flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day. Welcome everybody to Trackside Racing Network, formerly known as Center Force TV. We are live here for the Go Fast Racing League Lazy Days Xfinity Series, live from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Going to be a fun race as the Go Fast guys are out on track now getting their practice in. I am your host, as always, Adam Chapman. I'll be with you tonight for all of tonight's action on track. Do not have a co-broadcaster with me tonight. It's alright, it won't take away any fun. Either way, should be a fun race. We'll take a real quick look at the information on the track. We are at the 1 mile flat track oval known as Loudon here in New Hampshire. Should be a fun race. Track temp right at 103 degrees. Weather, however, is at 77, late afternoon skies with 8 mile per hour winds. That is gusting, by the way, so it will change with the realistic weather that these guys have. Should be a fun race, like I mentioned. We got a bunch of guys in here tonight. Christopher Fowler currently sitting on top of the board right now in the current practice we have. We come into tonight's race. Unique would be the word, I guess you could say, with the Lazy Days Xfinity Series. Not a ton of drivers are currently in the chase. Currently, we have one. Let me count this. I got to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 drivers currently in the Xfinity Series chase, possibly 5 if I'm counting that right. So, you know, anything can still happen. I believe they got 10 or 12. I believe it's 12 spots are still open for the Xfinity Series chase. This is race number 17 of the 36 scheduled. We go here. Next week we head over to Indianapolis. So it should be a very fun race next week as well. Don't forget, next Thursday we will be broadcasting live from Eldora Speedway as the Go Fast Racing League guys once again, Down to Mike's Truck Series takes on the dirt track. It'll be our first dirt race of the season, and especially for the trucks, it's going to be a blast. It should be fun. I believe it's 110 laps, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what it is. Sorry about that. You ain't supposed to see that, but it should be a fun race nonetheless. We'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out and everything. Alright, so you can see Christopher Fowler, Joshua Banks, Jeff Wupker. You're currently top 3 on the board. 4th place right now, Aaron Fowler, Jeff Schmidt. Keep your eye on that number 61 car. He may be somebody to play around with here tonight and may be able to pull out and get the win. What we're going to do now, guys, we're going to pause and get a national anthem, and we will be right back right after a quick break.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. I want to go ahead and let everybody know that we are live on 2 networks, just in case one of the networks do not work for you. We're live on Center Force, oh, sorry, I got to get used to the name. We're on twitch.tv/Trackside Trackside Racing Network on Twitch, and we are also live on YouTube.com/Trackside Racing Network. So you can see us there on all of them. Where this is something we're trying a little bit new. It's something just a little bit different that we're testing out. Should be fun to do and a little bit different as well. So I'm sometimes if I'm reading other people's chat, sometimes I won't be reading everybody's chat at once. So, but I will make sure I let everybody know where the chat comes from, just in case, because you all know I like to read the chat during the broadcast. A lot of broadcasters don't like to do that. Me, however, I'm a little bit different, and I actually love communicating with you guys. So, let me know your thoughts. Who gets the win here tonight here at New Hampshire? Will it be Skylar Allen, who finished second place yesterday? Will it be Christopher Fowler, Joshua Banks, who was very fast yesterday, but unfortunately for him, got caught up in a wreck and got taken out? Jeff Lepker's in here, currently third right now, which is a big one. I hear you there, Glock. Who I forgot her name at Sings that, but she does a great job on it. Jeff Smith currently running into fifth place. Keep your eye on him. He was also fast yesterday in the number 61 car. Cody Blackmore is in here, and I forgot to write him. Cody, I apologize right off the top of my head. I completely forgot to write you and wake you up. So I apologize for that to Cody. He messaged me earlier, told me to blow up his phone, and I completely forgot I was watching the Braves game. But he is in here, thank gosh, because I would have felt horrible if I would have forgot to write him. Sean Lejeune currently running in the 7th spot. Brendan Puffenbarger. Skylar Allen wins it. That's a good possibility. He got really good finish yesterday. It's a little bit different car. Handle completely different. Currently, Skylar running back into 14th position, but I don't think he's actually put down any hot laps. So it could be something there as well. We've seen he'll finish second yesterday, so I would not be surprised. We got 16 drivers, though, in turnout. So a good turnout for the Xfinity Series. All these drivers, all but one, anyway, are your A and B class. So don't know if that's going to make a big difference or not, but we're going to find out. It should be fun. As the practice comes to an end, we're getting ready to go live here from New Hampshire. Oh, no problem. I'm glad you liked it. I was kind of bored this morning. I was going to work on it last night. I just fell asleep. I was kind of bored this morning. I was like, you know what? I'll go ahead and finish that picture because I told her I would. So no problem at all. So here comes qualifying. Underway. Eric Minch going to roll off first. I say that and it don't look like he is going to roll off first. There goes Eric in that 00 car. A little bit different paint scheme. Got the Go Fast logo on the back. Got the 5 military branches on the front. So Eric Minch is going to start his green flag lap. Keep in mind that this track very unique. If anybody ever watched, I'm sure you all have watched the race at New Hampshire. A very unique track in its own right. Very flat, kind of drives like a big Martinsville. And it's not really a short track. A lot of people consider it a short track, but in all reality, it's not. Aaron Fowler, however, out on track. Coming off turn number 2. He does have a nice car. I was a big fan of that. Here comes Aaron, about to put it on his first lap. Skylar Allen jumps up to second right now. We'll jump over to him in just a minute. Does fall back to third. Now falling back a little bit more. We'll hop over to Skylar and watch his run. He's running a special paint scheme tonight. We're in the NOS Rowdy Energy Drink, Monster Energy Drink. By the way, love that. I love the taste of that stuff. It's so good. And I usually don't drink Monster Energy at all. I can't stand them, but that one's really good. So Skylar, currently 7th, jumps up possibly. He will not jump up on his second lap and will be shown right now in a 7th position as he spins it out on purpose. Cody Blackmore currently running second. Will he be able to pick up? He will not. He will lose 4/10 on his second lap. Currently in second now. It is still Christopher Fowler up front. Dylan Bowes out on track in the number 19 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. Coming through turn number 3 and 4. Different to see Skylar running a Kyle Busch scheme. It's kind of funny. I figured you would like that. Yeah, I actually, out of all of Kyle Busch's car, I think the that one and the peanut butter, or not peanut butter, but the caramel M&M's paint scheme's got to be my favorite that I've seen anybody run this season. Jeff Wupker out on the track. He's going to be in the second position after he finishes up his qualifying laps. Joshua Banks currently sitting in sixth, running the number 9 National Guard Gray Ghost car that Dale Jr. ran back at Darlington 2 years ago. I believe that's the same paint scheme anyway. Joshua may be somebody to keep an eye on. He's liable to wind up jumping up to the top of the board here tonight and could have a chance on driving away with this thing. Christopher Fowler seems like the guy to beat, but we don't know what he can do in the long run, nor do we know what any of these guys can do in the long run, really. So it should be interesting to see how they fare in the long run. We had a great race last night. This race is a little bit longer. The Skittles car, I got that one autographed, by the way. Bought it on eBay, actually. Sean Lejeune on track. I'm going to Bristol again this year, Crystal. If I can get Kyle Busch's autograph on like a hero card, I'll go ahead and send it to you. I don't need it, so. Or a little like 164 diecast or something. I'll send it to y'all's way. I love this number 7. Sean Lejeune's car looks really awesome. The Marines paint, number 7, really cool. So here he comes off turn number 4. Puts down a lap of 30.873. Currently puts him in the 10th position. And I do not expect him to jump up any more on his second lap. We haven't seen nobody really jump up on their second lap yet. And he will definitely not jump up as he spins coming off turn 2 into the inside tire, or the wall barrier, I guess. And unfortunately will end his second lap. Oh, not a problem. I should be able to get it. He usually comes down here and signs a lot of autographs. They do like it's called a family race night. And he's always, I'm not the biggest fan of Kyle Busch by any means, but he always signs autographs for people, and that's one thing I like about him. I gained a lot of respect. Somebody else that does that is Ryan Blaney. I gained a lot of respect for him as well by watching that. Alright, so qualifying seems like it's over. We're looking at the number 29 right now of Lee Grandy. He's not going to be rolling out, so he will be starting in the 15th spot from what I'm seeing. It does look like our pole would go to Christopher Fowler. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. Samantha may get a little mad about that one. So Christopher Fowler with the pole tonight. We're going to pull him down, talk to him for just a moment. Hey, Christopher, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, you're going to be starting on the pole tonight. How tough is this place to drive? How important is it to get that clean air and stay out front?
It's fairly important. I mean, it's just, I don't know, there's something about this track in me. I just like it I like it a lot.
Yeah, we've seen that you're already a 10th faster than everybody in qualifying, and you was the same in practice here. What makes this place so good for you?
Oh, well, I got these new pedals, man, and they're awesome.
Yeah, definitely. You can tell that you're one of the guys to beat, man. Good luck. Go out there and see if you can get the win. I love that paint scheme, by the way.
All right, thank you, Adam.
Good luck,
thank you for
All right, that was Christopher Fowler. He will be rolling off in at P number 1 spot. We'll take a look here at your starting grid for tonight's Lazy Days Xfinity Series. It is Christopher Fowler rolling off in first with that B license out of I-rating to a 1500 with a 30.310. Right beside him is Jeff Wupker with a good lap. A license 4.54, 2000 I-rating with a 30.70. We'll go on back through the grid as you can see the number 28, Cody Blackmore. Once again, Cody, sorry for not waking you up. We'll start in third. Aaron Fowler will roll off beside him, starting in fourth. In row number 3, we got the O2 Brandon Puffenbarger and Joshua Banks in row number 6. Starting 6th. In row number 4, we got Jeff Schmidt and James Finn in the number 60 Toyota. John Morris in the number 43 Ford will be starting alongside Sean Lejeune, starting in row number 5. Back on row 6, Skylar Allen will roll off 11th alongside The number 19, Dylan Vose. Keep your eye on Skyler as he finished second last night in the K&N Series. Looking to have a good run here tonight. Lee Granty will qualify in 13th, starting alongside Austin Marion. And there was a couple cars that did not qualify, so they will get an EOL because they are not showing up. So we got 16 cars starting here tonight, guys. Should be a great race. I do expect cautions a little bit early, but I do expect long green flag runs. Pit stops we're expecting about every 40 or so laps. Could be sooner than that with tires. We'll just have to wait and see. Pace car pulls in. We are about to go green flag, and green flag waves. We are racing here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, 148 laps. Christopher Fowler will lead them down into turn number 1. Already kind of a stack up on that outside row, and you can see now that number 09 car threatened to be passed already by the 28 Cody Blackmore. Cody's going to take that spot fairly with these as Jeff Welker now trying to hold back the 4th place car and the number 4. Aaron Fowler. Keep your eye on Aaron. He may have a long run. He always seems like he does good on long runs. So he may have something here. He will complete the pass. Brandon Puffenbarger now working on that 60. Keep your eye on this 02. Winner last week at Kentucky. Would not be a surprise to see him win here. However, he's going to have his hands full as James Finn looks to his inside and tries to take that spot away. Move the 60 car into the 5th place. If he can squeeze up in front of that 02 car, not going to be able to do it yet as we look high above in the blimp cam. Now James is going to be able to slide up in front of him if he chooses to. I feel like we need to get somebody in here to do his voice, or what's his name, Quagmire's voice, and broadcast the whole race. I'm like Boomhauer, so it's okay. We already got one car off the pace. I believe that is Eric Mitch, actually. He did go one lap down. So he's going to have to be rolling off because he did not qualify. Battle for the 7th spot. You see the 61, Jeff Smith, looking to take over the 7th spot from Dylan Vose, who is also under attack from Austin Marion in that 65. A little bit further back, Skyler Allen, you can see him in the number 96, currently just riding around in the 14th spot. I expect him to move up. He's running right behind Sean Lejeune. Do got a battle heating up slowly for 2nd place. Cody Blackmore trying to hold off another Fowler, as both of them guys super fast, and I believe they're both brothers, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So they're looking to go a big 1-2 finish. That would be huge for them, I'm sure. Aaron looking to try to set up a run. It is super hard to pass here early. You got to complete your passes early on. You have to do your passes early on because once your tires get really wore out, it is super hard to pass. You see Wupker right now in that 09 falling, still back and forth right now, trying to hold off James Finn, who's slowly starting to work his way up in that number 60 car, BMW of Ann Arbor, Toyota. A lot of Toyotas right there in that little group. 2 of them running nose to tail. Congratulations, by the way, to you, Crystal. Kyle Busch won the Xfinity race today. See how he does tomorrow. It's going to be a fun race to watch. Still watching a battle right now for the 4th spot. James Finn was able to get around Jeff Wupker. Now you're starting to see that 02 slowly creep up. That is Brandon Puffenbarger. Remember, I said that he won last week back at Kentucky, and trying to have another solid finish here. And 3 starts so far. He does have 1 win. This is right here will be his 4th start overall. Brandon started back in the 6th spot. Has moved up 1 spot so far. Started back in 5th. I apologize. Has actually fell back 1 spot since the start. Here comes the number 29, Lee Grandy, working on the number 19 of Dylan Vose. And the 65 of Austin Marion right in front of him. Lee gets a little loose there, exiting turn number 4. have to battle back and see what he can do. Skylar Allen, oh, the 43 goes around. John Morris hard into the inside or outside wall on the front stretch. Wonder if he overcorrected or had help. We'll go back and get our first instant replay of the night. Here we go. Skylar Allen was underneath him, looking to put a pass. They may have had contact. No, whoa, Skylar got a little contact there. But the 43 will go on and damage there. Skylar Allen with a slight bit of damage. It's okay. It ain't going to hurt him too bad. So he'll be okay. However, may have some optional repairs. So caution does come out for the first time tonight. And it is Christopher Fowler leading the way here early on at New Hampshire.
Hi guys, I'm Scott Speed, driver of this amazing Volkswagen Beetle GRC car. I got good news for the iRacing fam. We got this coming in. I'm currently working on it myself personally to make sure that it is as accurate as possible. With the addition of dirt and now this mean car, it is gonna be so fun. And it's gonna be available free to all the iRacing members. Personally, I can't wait to get out there and race you guys on it.
Back here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, about to get green flag once again. They're letting the waiver on cars go by. The lucky dog that time was Eric Minch, so he will be back on the lead lap. However, this time, things are about to get a little exciting. It is Brandon Puffenbarger, Jeff Wepker, Christopher Fowler. And the reason why I said it's going to get a little exciting is because Christopher actually did lose 2 spots. Brandon Puffenbarger stayed out. Jeff Wepker only took 2 tires, so it should be very interesting here on this restart. See Skylar Allen back there towards the back warming up the tires, getting the debris and rubber off of them because you can get a lot of wheel spin on iRacing, and can become a big factor here. Oh, I got something for you, by the way. Glock here in just a minute. You'll see. You'll like it. Once we do the trivia, you'll like it. Since you mentioned that, I should have done it just now. Anyway, Brandon Puffenbarger is going to be your lead control car. Green flag's back out in the air as he takes off, and will clear the 09 by about just a nose over. And you can see that 2 car on that inside line. To keep your eye on Christopher Fowler. He may have something for these cars as long as nothing happens. Here comes that 09 Wepker getting a big run through turn number 2. He's going to have a good run here at the exit. Cars shuffling and beating and banging for position. It's a very tough place to try to pass. You're going to have to use the bumper to possibly try to get around people. You can see how tight the racing is here. As this race goes on, it's going to continue. It'll stay this tight pretty much throughout the entire factor. We'll start seeing little group space out here and there, but for the most part, most racing will be close. At least till pit stops anyway, till green flag pit stops. So the race is still up front for the lead. You can see the 02 trying his best to hold off the 2 car right now. Here comes Christopher looking to the inside of Brendan, trying to take away that top spot, going down into turn number 3. It's going to be tough to make that low side work now, but we'll see if he's got the tire to do it. Brandon's going to give him a little bit of room on the exit, and it looks like the 2 car will lead the lap. However, he's not quite clear yet as we go down into turn 1. Should be able to clear him and slide up in front of him. And it looks like, once again, no, he's not going to be able to clear him just yet. He may clear him on exit. Still going to give him plenty of room. And 02's in the wall. And it looks like he's going to be okay. Nothing hurting, but he will give up a couple spots as Aaron Fowler now moves into the 2nd spot. And Wupker now moves into the 3rd spot as Brandon's falling back just a little bit here. Early on them old tires, you can see that he is having trouble early on. Brandon trying to hold on to the 7th spot, having a tough time on doing that as we work off turn number 2 down the back stretch. He's going to see the miracle of the number 7 car, Sean Lejeune, who is now trying to pass to his left side. You can see that right there as the number 7 passes him. Looking further back, you see the number 29 car also trying to make a pass on Brandon. That is Lee Grandy. So while we're at it, we'll go ahead and get our trivia question out of the way for the night. The NASCAR Xfinity qualifying record, who does it go to? Kyle Busch, Danny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, or Ricky Bobby? It may be Ricky Bobby, I'm going to be honest. Go ahead and let me know your thoughts. Who is the correct answer? We're going to start going giveaways for these soon. Something. It'll be something fun. I don't know. Skylar Allen right now trying to hold back James Finn. It's a battle for 12. James putting a little bumper there to the 96 car. Skylar was very aggressive last night in the 2nd place. In the 2nd place finish or runner-up position. Very aggressive. We ain't seen Skylar that aggressive all season. And but just to speak about what old tires do, there's your answer. Brandon Puffenberger stayed out on old tires. He was your leader, already back to 11th, about to be back to 12th. As Skylar Allen takes a peek underneath, going down into turn number 3. Skylar gets a little loose entering the turn, but he's going to be able to correct it and still continue on. Once again, we are broadcasting on Twitch and YouTube. Skylar puts the pass. Now James Finn also looking to put that pass on him. Back up front, Austin Marion looking to the inside or outside of the number 7 Sean Lejeune car. Or should I say Sean's actually looking to the inside of him. Sean's going to take that spot away. Now he's going to work on Jeff Schmidt and try to put that pass down and try to complete that. That is a battle for the 6th spot now, as we hop on board with the number 7 car. I love the 61's paint scheme though. If you all haven't seen it, there you go. There's your pretty good shot of Wally Coyote. Pretty neat. And I did ask, I'll go ahead and give you the answer. I did ask who has the qualifying series record for the Xfinity Series at New Hampshire. Correct answer is Kyle Busch with a 28.873 second lap, by the way, which is blazing. Just to show y'all how fast that is, these guys out here are running 30-second laps. So they're 2 seconds off the pace of what Kyle Busch ran. That is absolutely moving. That's pretty impressive to put down a 28-second lap at New Hampshire, just being honest. Right now our best lap is of the race is a 30.555 for Christopher Fowler, who is slowly starting to check out now. He's about right at a second ahead of, I think it's his brother, of Aaron Fowler. Joshua Banks slowly starting to work his way up. He qualified back in 6th, up to 4th now. He may be able to have something for our top 3 guys, as he did just put the pass on Cody Blackmore, as caution comes out, and it looks like the 29 with a lot of damage to the back end. It can't be him. I think it was the 29 actually. It was. So we'll get a replay of Lee and see what happened. Coming into turn number 1. Gets a little high into the marbles. And we talked about the marbles going to build up. And that's what happens. Right around he goes, right in front of Skylar Allen. As, that sounds about right. I believe Ricky did it at, I think it was like a 20.1 or something. It was a pretty good lap. He did it out on a bicycle. Riding on board with Lee Grandy. Around he goes. And hits the back end pretty hard. So he's going to have some optionals, as pit road will be open this time. And here they come down to pit road. See how they go. Austin Marion going to stay out. Don't like the call. Into the box, and the 65 did stay out last time. He's got 15 laps on the tires. We've seen what happened to the 02, so I'm not a big fan of staying out. However, we'll watch the pit stops here, down and away. Looks like the 2 wins the race off pit road, followed by the 4. Although the fastest pit stop will go to the 4 of Aaron Fowler, followed by Jeff Wupker. So lap 20 or 26 laps are complete, and 2 cautions so far. So we're seeing a caution about every 12 or so laps. That's about average, what I expected. I do expect a long green flag run once these guys. A lot of guys just having trouble getting into the corner, which is a very tough corner because it is so flat. So I'm not very surprised to see that happening, and I do expect it to work its way or itself out once we do get them green flag pit stops, if we get them. It's just all about the point of. You got to be really patient here. This is a very give and take track, I guess you could say. Very easy to overdrive a corner and get loose and hit the wall or anything like we've seen the 29 do. Yeah, I got to fix. We got another overlay. The one I got worked on, I wasn't a big fan of. But we do got it. So there's just a few things that got to be added to it. I do like the TLRN logo though. I think that looks pretty cool. So the pace car pulls in, green flag about to wave, and green flag's out, and Austin Marion will lead him to the green. We'll see how this works out on them old tires. It's going to be tough to hold back that 2 car right now, as he's the one to really watch out for. He is getting battled right now. A lot of pressure as we go 3 wide down the backstretch. Contact between the 2 Fowlers. And Aaron actually checked out that. Both of them did get damage. However, another 3 wide as the number 9 car, Joshua Banks, goes to the inside. This is something that is not going to work out. Another rough right there. Another bump by the 4 car. Puts the bumper to that number 65. We're seeing Austin fall back just a little bit as caution flies once again. Not sure who that is. Looks like James Finn with lots of damage on his car. Take a replay here. May have had help. Skylar Allen also goes around. He does do a good job of saving. Oh, no. Almost saved it. And unfortunately, Skylar Allen is already out of tonight's race. You can see the dog walking there. Eric Minch also involved. Skylar Allen was involved. Wow. I believe that may actually end Skylar's night because I think that is 12X for him. He's got to be a little disappointed about that, I'm sure. It's going to be a little rough. I'm not seeing him back in here, so I'm like 90% sure that he did get disqualified early on in this race. Remember, if you get 12X, which is, for people that don't know, it's incident limit. Go Fast has it. If you get 12 incident limit, usually if you get hit one good time, it's 4. And then if you really bounce off the wall by yourself, it's 2X, and then so on and so forth. And usually it adds up, and if you get 12 of them, then your night's done. Which I do like the rule. But right now, Skylar's probably not a big fan of it. It's a slobber knocker. Once again, we are broadcasting on twitch.tv/Trackside Racing Network as well as YouTube. So we're broadcasting on 2 different platforms tonight, which is pretty cool. I would like to get it where I can broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. I may actually wind up buying it. I think it's only like $5. And I can broadcast on as many as I want. So I can broadcast on 3 if I choose to. I think that would be pretty cool to do one night. Yeah, he's, I bet he's highly upset about that. And, to be honest, I can't blame him. He was needing a good run. Wow. And, I'm not going to speculate on anything, but it looks like there was some words said in the team speak between the 2 drivers, the 60 car and, Skylar. So, unfortunately for them, that's not good. But we'll be watching as the pace car pulls off. Skylar having some words right now with some people. And, pace car's in. Green flag is out. We're back racing here on lap number 32 of the 148 laps. And it's still Aaron Fowler and Christopher Fowler out front. Looks like Christopher's going to have the momentum coming off turn 2 as Aaron almost scrapes the wall. Oh, another big wreck. 61 upside down. And he is rolling. Wow. Another big pile up here at New Hampshire. And guys, there ain't going to be a whole lot of cars left. They are really putting the bumpers to everybody tonight. And it looks like this is a tough one to call. But unfortunately right there, so I don't know who that was. Somebody did a great job of avoiding it. Looks like, I'm trying to see, I believe that was a 7. No, it wasn't. Was it a 7? Let's hop on board here with the O2. Better yet, let's go with a 19. Yeah, that was another big one. These guys are really racing hard tonight. Coming off turn 2, the wreck's going to happen right in front of you. Oh, we can't see it from that angle. Oh, hard for that number 19 car. Or Cody Blackmore is out of the race as well, unfortunately for him. You can see the smoke pouring out the back. That means he has blown up and will take it to the garage. So a caution comes out once again, guys, and that is caution number 4 on lap number 34, or lap number 33, should I say. So far, we do have 5 lead changes. Aaron Fowler is out front with Christopher and Joshua Banks. So with that, we'll see if these guys come down pit road. I would probably not expect them to be honest. Already, we're down to 10 cars on the lead lap. Wow. I feel like we actually are at Martinsville. To be completely honest, this is where you see them kind of wrecks at. Usually don't see somebody flipping, especially at Martinsville or here. You wouldn't think this place would be known for a car flipping, but we've seen it tonight, that's for sure. We'll be right back right after this.
You know, racing the truck at Eldora versus, say, racing a sprint car at Eldora, it's not even comparable. It's just really slow motion. The car kind of floats around more. Challenging because they are so heavy, and it's just way different.
Welcome back to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Next week we will be at Eldora Speedway for the Go Fast Racing League Dirt Series. The trucks, down to Mike's. Truck Series goes to Eldora, and they'll be racing the trucks on dirt. Should be a very fun race. I believe it's 110 laps, I believe, as it will be the first time we've ever actually broadcasted a truck race on dirt, so it's going to be very fun. And we'll see how that plays out. I'm going to be honest, that race is probably going to be very chaotic. So it should be a blast to go and watch and be there to see it. So we are about to go back green. A lot of words were still being said. I'm not going to speculate on what was being said in the chat between a couple of drivers. But right now we're going to focus on the race as we come into lap number 37. And the green flag is about to wave. We do have 10 cars on the lead lap with Sean Lejeune rounding out the 10. Green flag is out. Aaron Fowler, Christopher Fowler, Joshua Banks, your top three. We go down into turn one, and these guys are racing like it's the last lap already on lap number 37, trying to get everything they can. Joshua Banks trying to take advantage of that car on the outside. That is the two. You've got to use your tires while you have them and try to get everything you can. However, they're going to be single file a little bit further back. You see Dylan Vose looking to the inside of that 09 Jeff Webker as we go through turn number 3 and 4. Looks like he's going to be able to not take that spot quite yet as Webker gets a good run. So that's going to allow Vose to slide back up behind him in front of Austin Marion. And moving on a little bit further up, Webker taking a peek to the inside of that 9 of Joshua Banks now. Not going to be able to do it as the Highline slowly starting to excel. They are very hard. I'm actually very surprised that we're seeing them race this aggressive. Last night's K&N race kind of should have told us it was, but we only had 4 cautions last night at the K&N, so we already got 4 already on 38 laps. It's very aggressive right now for a lot of guys. I don't see a lot of patience being put down, let's put it that way. I feel like we're racing like Bristol or a very short track. So the battle for the lead slowly starting to pick up. You see the 9 car slowly trying to work around the 2 car. That's a big battle right here for second place. Joshua Banks looking to the inside now as we go down into turn 1. Christopher started on the pole, currently being worked on by that number 9 car. For second place, that damage may be affecting that 2 car just a little bit. Not sure if it's really going to affect him that much, but Christopher now looking to try to hold back Joshua, who's still looking on the inside. It's so tough to pass here. And the only way you really can pass it is by putting the bumper to somebody, unless you got to, you see the 4 get loose, and that also allowed the 2 to get loose. Looking back, you can see Joshua Banks inside the car, the number 9 Xfinity Chevrolet Camaro. Now looking to the high side, Joshua trying to figure out every way he can to get around this 2 car. Not really doing much right now. Does have a run here. He's going to peek once again back to the inside. Oh, the 4 is going to go around. Caution will fly, and the Looks like the '09 also got involved. I don't think there's a lot of damage on the '09. What happened to Aaron? Did he get help? He did. Wow. A Fowler wrecked a Fowler. That's got to be interested right now in that room above me. As you see everybody drifting by trying to make it. One more look here. There he goes. Into the outside wall. And the 9 hits him pretty good as well. And unfortunately for Aaron, that's going to hurt him quite a bit. Joshua Banks takes the lead. Joshua's looking really good out there right now, as pit road's going to be open. And we are going to have pit stops being made. Here they come into the pit box. Joshua Banks, first one in his box, and he should take 4 tires. You can also see the 2 sliding in. He may actually just slip past the box a little bit. He did. So Christopher had to back it up just a little bit. We'll see if that hurts him, but will he just take 2 tires instead of 4 now? Down and away, the 9 Joshua Banks is going to win the race off easily. Here comes the '09. He will finish second, followed by the 29 Lee Granted, the 2, and John Morris will come out in 6th place, sorry. 5th place, and Christopher Fowler will... Sorry, all those things get caught up. I apologize. Austin Marion stayed out, I think. He did stay out. Yeah, I guarantee it. It looks like 65 is going to come down pit road, so the lead will go to Joshua Banks. It's got to be interesting with Christopher and Aaron up in, and we're all in a TeamSpeak room and channels. We all got our own channels for broadcasting, for example. Each of them have their own team channel if they want to go in there, or they can all be in the same channel with each other. And I do know Aaron and Christopher is both in the same team channel. With Skylar also up there as well. But I bet words are, yeah, I'd say there's some words being thrown out right now. I guarantee that. I bet Skylar's actually race control as well. For people that don't know, he does a lot of race control and admin for the race whenever he wrecks, or even in car he does it. He's got his hands full tonight being race control. All these wrecks that's happening and stuff like that. It's now 5 cautions and only 45 laps will be complete once we hit the start-finish line. So Joshua Banks will lead this lap as well. Joshua's been one of them guys that has been fast every week whenever he races. He's been racing quite a bit for the last few weeks, though. He comes in here trying to find out where he's at in points. If I'm not mistaken, he's a little bit further back than a lot of these guys. I think he's only been in like maybe 2 or 3 races. Could be wrong, but I'm looking. Yeah, he's only been in 1 race right now. This is his 2nd race. So he's looking to try to get in. I think he can still get into the chase, even if he, even if it's only his 2nd race. I think he can still get in the chase. So that would be good for him if he can. Anyway, I know Jeff Lupker not in the chase yet, but pace car is going to pull in. We'll see how it all plays out. Green flag waves. We're back to racing. It's the 29, almost getting to the back of the 9, and it's going to allow the 09 to get a good jump. Lupker able to work that outside and get a good launch off the start-finish line. Will take the lead here from that 9 car. Now the 9 of Joshua going to be worked on by the 29 of Lee Granty as we exit turn 2. Not going to work out yet. Lee looking to the inside as we work down into turn number 3. Looking back, Aaron Fowler still is racing, and he is actually already up to the 4th position as he puts the pass on John Morris. Going down into turn number 3. And we got a battle for the lead, slowly starting to heat up. Joshua Banks looking to the inside of Jeff Wupker. We go down into turn number 1. Side by side as we work out of turn number 2. The 09 should have to run out, but it looks like the 9 is going to be able to pull up in front of him and basically do a slide job and go to the number 1 spot. You can see out the back end, almost gets bumped from the 09, and that's going to allow that 29 car to work his way up and try to pass on the inside of the 09, going down into turn 1 once again here at New Hampshire as he tries to put the pass on. Lee actually didn't have the greatest starting position, started back in 13th position, but is up to 3rd, working for 2nd, so he's trying to improve quite a bit here. He comes in here on the night, where is he in points? Wupker is actually 5th in points in that 09 car, but Grandy comes in here in the 13th position, has made 7 starts so far, only has 1 top 5, so he's looking for his second top 5 of the season if he's able to do it. We'll be watching that as he does put the pass on that 09 car. A little bit about Aaron Fowler, by the way. You see him back in 4th. Trying to find out a little bit more about where he actually is in the points. I think Christopher Fowler is back in 29th in points. Aaron Fowler back in 23rd. Aaron has not had a top 5 this season as well. Aaron now looking to take 3rd away from Jeff as we go down into turn number 1 and 2. Should be able to take it. Pretty much a slide job. You kind of got to do it like you would in a dirt car where you go into the turn, slide up, and the 43 is loose and off the track. And blown up. So that's going to end John Morris' night as we will have another car yet. I don't know if I'll be stopping completely there. Okay. And caution flag flies. And another caution. I don't know why he just wouldn't toast it back to the pits. It's kind of weird. So caution comes out for the 6th time so far for 17 laps. We have completed 53 laps, about to be 54. Some of these guys are probably happy that caution actually did come out. They're going to come in and get fresh tires, I would expect, once again. Yeah, Trans Am would be awesome, by the way, to have. I wish they would add, you know, the, what was it they used to race back in when Dale Earnhardt Sr. and all them, they raced the Trans Am, I believe. It wasn't a Firebird. It was, well, I forgot the name of the series off the top of my head. But they raced like with other people in racing. They raced from people from Formula One raced in it, from IndyCar raced in it. I think drag racers even raced in it. NASCAR racers raced in it. I cannot remember it off the top of my head what it was called. It was so much fun to watch though. Really cool. As pit road's open. The 9 once again sliding into his pit box. And the 4 may have just missed his pit box as well. Will anybody take 2 tires? Yes, they will. The 29 going to take 2 tires. It looks like the 9 also. Actually, I take that back. The 29 did take 4 tires. So did the 9 car. So Joshua Banks lead. Grant D. I see Christopher Fowler may have won the race off in 2nd. I think Lee may have got caught speeding. Don't quite know yet, but we'll be right back right after the commercial.
Hi guys, I'm Scott Speed, driver of this amazing Volkswagen Beetle GRC car. I got good news for the iRacing fam. We got this coming in. I'm currently working on it myself personally to make sure that it is as accurate as possible. With the addition of dirt and now this mean car, it is going to be so fun. And it's going to be available free to all the iRacing members. Personally, I can't wait to get out there and race you guys on it.
Back here once again at New Hampshire. Sorry about the little lag delay there. I noticed that some frames dropped. Not sure why, but it is what it is. Anyway, Joshua Banks still out front. Christopher Fowler currently second, and Lee Grantley is in third, followed by the 7 car, Sean Lejeune, who we haven't spoke a lot about, besides the fact that he had a pretty cool paint scheme, is currently in the 5th spot, so he's having a good run here. Not sure where he is actually in the points as well. I'll see if I can find out. I believe he's actually in the top 10. No, he's back in 19th. Thought he was in the top 10. So we're waiting on a pace car to drop in. Blockmobile. Green flag waves. We're off to racing here once again. It is the 9 with not a great start again. He's having trouble with his restarts a little bit. Maybe he's just worried about spinning the tires. He is going to have his hands full with the 2 car of Christopher Fowler, who we've seen out front for most of this race. He's looking really fast here, but this is going to be a good race for the lead. The 2 has the momentum going into turn 3. Not going to be able to do it as the 9 drives really hard. He's going to slide up the track just a little bit through into 3 and 4. It's going to be a drag race across the start-finish line. Who will lead the lap? Christopher Fowler will lead this lap. So another lead change is in the books. Once again, we are seeing lots of lead changes, though. Already now 11 so far. Maybe another one here as we go down into turn number 2. Exit, and ooh, really close there. You can see the battle right in front of them. Right in front of the 29 of Lee, who's watching on, trying to get up there and have a chance. He's looking to the inside now of the 2 car. That actually opened the door. The 2 goes really wide on exit of turn 4. Opened the door for Joshua Banks to retake the lead. So we got 12 lead changes now. Everybody else single file throughout the field. Trying to log laps. We are lap 60 of the 148 scheduled. I do expect 2 more pit stops to actually happen if we stay green, which, you know, the chances of that right now ain't the greatest, but let's be honest. Oh, the 7 getting a little loose. Right behind that 09 of Webker, who is... Oh, the 29 gets loose. Great job on that save. Let's take a look. Coming off turn 2. Woo! Great save on that one. Next week, things get a little fun. I already said about the dirt racing. However, the Xfinity Series and the K&N Series both go to go to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The Xfinity Series, sponsored by Disabled Military Veterans. We'll have Eric Minchin here to talk about that next week as well. They also are sponsored the Eldora race next week by Disabled Military Veterans. Pretty cool story if you all haven't heard. We'll see if we can get him on a podcast. We're having a podcast this week as well. Thursday the podcast will happen. So we'll see if we can get him in there and talk a little bit about it as well. Meanwhile, battle for third is Aaron Fowler almost scrapes the wall coming off turn 2. Jeff Lupker now trying to keep in the third. Here comes Aaron Fowler looking to the high side of Sean Lejeune, trying to take in the 4th spot. Right now, Lejeune has it at the exit of turn number 4. Who's going to have the run out? It looks like the 4 had to run. I thought he was going to get held up a little bit there by the 9. He's going to look to take 2 spots here in 1 lap, and he will try to take that 3rd spot away from the 09 of Wupker, and it looks like Sean Lejeune also will squeeze by as well. So both of them guys making a pass. Here comes Lee Grant. He is also working his way back up after getting loose. He's working on the back bumper, all 3 of these guys. And another battle happening back here. We can't rule out Brandon Puffenberger just yet. His car looks really clean. He does got a little bit of damage on the right front, but right now he's running behind the 19 of Dylan Vose currently. Battle once again slowly starting to heat up. For the first spot, it is the National Guard versus the Navy. Which car is going to be the outlast here? And then you got back in 4th, you got the Marines. So we got a lot of armed forces. Eric Minch, who was in here, and actually still in the pits, by the way, has all 5 military services on his. So we have a lot of national or a lot of military branches supportive here tonight. That's one cool thing I will say about this league for people that don't know is that Skyler, Nate, and all of them, Eric Minch, honestly, all of them do a great job on representing that. You know, I know Mark and Crystal, you both are in here. I know y'all already know about it. And, you know, they also do a good job on representing juvenile diabetes. We're going to be doing something for that here soon. I can't say what it is quite yet because I don't want to jinx anything. But hopefully we'll be able to do something again for them here soon, I hope, depending on everything. But we'll see what happens with that. Brandon's still working on Dylan Vose right now. But yeah, as I was saying, these guys do a great job on representing everything. That's one reason why I like, you know, Lazy Days Racing, for people out there wondering. That is looking for a team. You can get in contact with Lazy Days, and if they got spots open, and pretty cool team. They've actually helped me quite a bit with certain things on the broadcast. And Skylar Allen, I got to give him a shout out as well. He has helped me quite a bit as well. By he knows what he's done, so I want to thank him for that. Battle still up front, still going on. It is the 9-car Joshua Banks leading the way. Christopher Fowler right now currently 2nd, who has 24 laps led. Started first, currently in the 2nd spot. Last time by, Christopher's a little bit faster than the 9-car. And I know we talk about iRating quite a bit in here when we go in here. And, yeah, he really is a good person. But, what was I forgot what I was going to say. I was reading the chat. I don't even know, guys. Oh, yeah. We talk a little bit about iRating. Sorry about that. We talk a little bit about iRating every time we come on the air. Whenever we go through the grid, we show the iRating gets on there. For people that don't know what iRating is, that is skill level within iRacing official races. The higher iRating, the better. It don't always mean that they're a better driver. Honestly, I've raced with people that has a 3,000 higher iRating than me and beat them. Some people just get caught up in bad luck. Some people won't, you know, don't really matter about iRating. But anyway, just to show you a little bit of a difference here, Christopher Fowler's iRating is 1,500. Joshua Banks is almost to 2,500. So that goes to show you that iRating does not mean as much as what a lot of people think. Christopher seems like he's faster each and every lap, with the exception of every once in a while. He's having trouble getting around because it's hard to pass. But it goes to show you that if you know a track, for example, if you know this track, that don't mean that a guy with a higher iRating, don't be ashamed if your iRating is low, because you just never know the outcome of what could happen. Cody Blackmore also, that's who the lap car was that we've seen get past. He is back out on the track, so he is in 11th spot right now. We'll be watching that and see if he makes up any spots as well. We are now halfway complete And by the way, you all, don't think I answered. Yeah, I did. I did answer the trivia question. It was Kyle Busch. Also, I want to let everybody know that we do not broadcast tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday for the Red Light Racing Series. We will be racing, I believe it's New Hampshire once again, I believe. Let me make sure of that. I could be wrong. I just want to make sure before I say that. But we'll be back on Monday. And it is New Hampshire, and the Cup car will be back. That is a Scrambler Series. So July 17th, and then we'll be back again with them on July 24th in the trucks. And then on Tuesday, we go, of course, it's a Cup car, and we'll be at, where are we at for them as well? I forgot. I'm thinking we're at New Hampshire once again. Been at New Hampshire a lot this week, sorry. This is the third race, or second race I broadcasted so far at New Hampshire, I think. Yeah, New Hampshire again on Tuesday for the DRL Watkins Glen, or I'm sorry, DRL New Hampshire 150, 150 laps. On July 18th. Everything right now, however, looking clean and green for the most part. These two guys still out front. Not a lot of battles really going on behind them. Everybody else pretty much spaced out a little bit. This right here would be your closest battle between 5th and 6th. Lee Granty and Jeff Webker battling for the top 5. Who do you all have tomorrow for the actual NASCAR race? It should be a fun one. It's going to be tough. Who I think is going to win? Martin Truex looks really fast. Of course, Kyle Larson, who's going to be starting in the back. I hope he wrecks. But honestly, I think I'm going to pick Brad Keselowski, sadly. Much as I hate picking him. I know who Crystal's picking. I don't even have to ask that. Let's see. It depends, Glock. Or Mark. What car? What car do you drive? Are you a Toyota guy? You know? Are you a Toyota guy? You a Chevy guy? Skyler says Martin Truex Jr. That's a good pick, though. It's a really good pick. Watching Sean Lejeune right now. He's having a good run. I know he's been having, some bad luck here and there. He's doing a good job so far. He is up to the 4th position right now. And also, I want to thank everybody that's tuning in on Twitch as well and watching the race. But yeah, Sean Lejeune right now, I mentioned him earlier, not having the greatest luck so far this year. Top 5 starts so far, 1 top 5, which ain't bad. Currently 19th in the points. So he's looking to have a good run here. We'll see how he does overall at the end of this race. Lee right now, not much faster than him. That time by he was about 3/10 faster, so we'll see. Yeah, speaking a little bit about the Eric Jones situation, about how he's taking Matt Kenseth, I'm not a fan of him. Just want to point that out. Yeah, she sent me a message earlier asking me could I paint her a picture of Mark Truex up. I was going to, but I didn't know if I should or not. So watching the battle for the lead, Joshua Banks, Christopher Fowler. Last few laps, it has been Joshua Banks slowly getting faster. There is a faster car on track, and that is the 3rd place of Aaron Fowler. He's a little bit faster than most of these guys. Not by a lot. It would be a while before he actually catches them. I think the pit stops would have a big issue. We'll see how that plays out. Hey, I don't blame you there, though. I drive whatever close to me, too. Golf cart, bicycle, it don't matter. Rollerblades, we're good. So looking at the lap times right now, and I was just talking about Joshua Banks last time he was faster. This time, however, Christopher Fowler a little bit faster. But nobody's really within reach of these top two cars. That car actually looks pretty good, though. I'm not going to lie. That Wix car, it looks really cool. Guys, make sure that you go check out gofastracing.us. You can find out all the information about this league and their sponsors as well. Lazy Dayz Racing is the sponsor of this series. Dynamite Truck Series is also the sponsor of the Truck Series up in North Carolina. And pretty cool little place. So, yeah, make sure y'all check out the website. You can find more information about everything there. GoFastRacing.us. They also have a shop and a store where you can buy any type of merchandise and help support the league. I know every bit helps, so be pretty cool. I seen someone the other day have a Go Fast shirt on. Eric Borelli, I believe so it was. And a really cool looking shirt that he had. You know, I never thought that I would not like anybody. Like, I'm not a Truex fan, but I thought he would be one of the worst drivers that I would pull for, or not pull for. Kyle Larson, I believe, takes that, though. I'm a Chevy guy, but I cannot stand Truex. I mean, Larson, sorry. I thought he did. It looked really cool. Really like the colors of it. So, and the print actually don't look cheap. It looks like it's a really professional shirt. So, yeah, for like I said, anybody out there looking, go check out their website. There's a link in there, and you can see all the information about it. Really cool. Pretty much the battle up front's not really changed. Christopher Fowler still trying to track down the 9 car of Joshua Banks. We do got lap traffic slowly starting to play a factor here. It could play a factor. We're not going to have Cody Blackmore. You see him right there on the inside. He's going to let these guys go. He's not going to be a factor here. I guess, honestly, when it comes to racing here at New Hampshire, you want to be on the low side if you're a slower car, and the cars go on the higher side. So. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Truex wins the championship. I'm going to be honest. I'd rather for him to win it than Larson, but... And I do like, Truex's wife. I know she's got the cancer stuff, and I do like her. I hope everything works out for her, but, I'm not a fan of her husband. Skyler, you're in trouble, buddy. I could see Crystal. She'll walk up to your house like the guy on The Walking Dead carrying a baseball bat and just sitting there waiting outside. So, last few laps, we are seeing Christopher Fowler slowly catch up a little bit here and really putting some pressure now on the 9 of Joshua Banks. That alone could force the 9 to make a mistake and slide up a little bit like I thought he was going to there. But we'll see if it plays a factor here towards the end of this run. These guys have been out there for 36 laps. I expect I expect these guys to be on pit road here within the next 10 laps, I think. And we'll see how it all plays out. But So here comes the 9 looking to the inside now of the 2 car. Once again, as we've seen Christopher take the lead away, now this is going to be a tough battle. I don't think the 9 is going to be able to get underneath him, and he will not. So Christopher Fowler will take the lead all by himself now as the race still continues up front for the battle, and we expect pit stops to be happening here any time. Like I mentioned, well, I don't know. We could see him go about, if we can see him go about another 8 to 10 laps, they'll have enough to make it all the way around, or enough for one more stop. So it could just be a one-stop race. Joshua Banks is on pit road. So that's going to turn over to second to Aaron Fowler now, riding behind Christopher Fowler. We'll see how this plays out. We've seen this happen last night, and it was the second car or first car that pitted was able to come out very clean and take a big advantage of fresh tires. Will the 2 come to pit road? He goes wide there in turn 4. He's not going to come to pit road, so this may actually help Joshua once he exits pit road. He is there still, having kind of a slow pit stop, 14.6 seconds, so not terribly slow. So we'll be watching to see when everybody else pits. Right now, Christopher Fowler, Aaron Fowler, Sean Le Jr. top 3. Lee Gantry and Brandon Puffenbarger has not pitted. A lot of these other guys have not pitted either. So the 2 is going to be tough to beat. The 2 or the 9, I think, is the one that's going to have the best chance of winning it. They're the ones that's been a class of the field for the most part tonight. The only thing that's hurting the 2 right now it could help him if he's able to stay out long and do this on one more stop. I don't know if Joshua will have to field to the end. I'm thinking he should, but it's going to be very close. It's still like 40, man, that'd be like a 40, well, it's still a 52 lap race, 54 lap race, sorry. 52 lap race till the end. So I don't know if they can go 52 laps on a tank of fuel or not. That would seem like a stretch to me. So we'll find out what happens. Brandon Puffenbarger is on pit road as well. So Joshua Banks. I also got word that Skylar Allen has declined a post-race interview. So basically he's pulling a whiny Kyle Busch and declined it. Everything's great, but you know he declined the interview. And here comes our leader, Christopher Fowler. Christopher Fowler comes to pit road. Aaron Fowler comes to pit road. 42 laps on that set of tires, so that I do expect everybody else to hit pit road as well. Sean Lejeune may stay out. No, he's also hitting pit road as well. Lee Granty will stay out, so he's going to have 43 laps on that set. All this shit. I apologize for that, Crystal. But I had to do it. So all this is going to go back over to the 9 car of Joshua Banks, who should take the lead here once Christopher is already in and out of pit road. There you see it. He's going to put the pass now on the 2 car. So Joshua Banks, after pitting early, will pass the 2 and extend the lead now to about a second. We'll see how much that actually grows. I was probably told to say that, but I'm not going to actually say that I was told to say that. Because the guy that told me to probably say that is the guy that also hired me to do the broadcast, and I don't want to get punched in the head. So I'm just going to act like I said everything. So Jeff Wupker, currently your leader. Dylan Vose did stay out. They both have, 45 laps on Wupker's tires. 43 laps right now on Vose's tires. It looks like we're going to see, I believe somebody was coming up pit road. It looked like Eric Minch, I believe, coming up pit road, and it was. Also, guys, if y'all didn't hear me yesterday, Delaney Dunn will be coming back here within about 2 weeks, I think. Her racing season is not far from being over for her. A little update about her, though. She actually did get in it was a pretty hard wreck. She wrecked about 2 weeks ago. She's been sore pretty good, but and a little disappointed with how she's raced so far this season. But it caused about $500 worth of damage to her car, and I think it's good to go now. But yeah, so she'll be back. I know we're all hoping she does well in her racing series, of course. But I wanted to update everybody on her. And look forward to having her back here soon. So, the lead heating up again. Christopher Fowler, Joshua Banks. That's what I'm saying. She needs to get back to work. Battle for the lead, possibly the win here as well. We'll wait and see what happens. Denard may be trying to save tires as well. His lap times have really slowed him down. Not sure if this is by design, but he will lose the third spot. Jeff Wepker still out on track right now. And that would now be 48 laps on his set of tires. So I would expect him on pit road here. Now, honestly, he's going to need a caution to make this work, I would guess. Because if he can stay out another 2 laps, I know for a fact that Christopher Fowler can make it all the way around. So we'll see what happens. Or, sorry, Christopher Fowler can make it all the way, not all the way around. So on lap 104, we'll take a look real fast at our race summary so far. We do have 6 cautions for 21 laps. 14 lead changes, though. We had a ton of lead changes, way more than what I expected here at New Hampshire. That was pretty amazing. Of course, a lot of the wrecks that we've seen happen early in the race, and it's just New Hampshire. I never thought I'd see somebody flip here, though, but apparently we could. That kind of surprised me to see Jeff go upside down. Jeff Smith is back out on the track. He is actually running 10th, but he is 5 laps down. Right now, our lucky dog would go to Brandon Puffenbarger, who I believe just exit pit road, I believe. So we're watching Jeff right now. Should be seeing him come to pit road, I would guess, any time. He does have 10 laps right now led. He actually started up in 2nd place. And is currently 1st, but to let everybody know a little bit about his lap times, they're not... yeah, they're pretty slow. He's about a 2nd off Christopher Fowler right now on newer tires. So there's a big difference, which that's about 50 lap, well, about 45 lap difference in tires. So I actually thought the fall off would be a lot bigger than that, but it ain't as bad as what I thought. So just to update everybody, Christopher Fowler should be able to make it now all the way around to the finish with the gas and stuff that he took. He should have enough fuel to make it. The gap slowly is closing, however, for 2nd. Christopher Fowler slowly starting to catch Dylan Vose here, about a 2nd back. Maybe closing it pretty fast now, about a ½ second back, so that gap's really closing fast. And also Joshua Banks is there as well. Christopher Fowler does not have a win, but he said this track just suits him, and you can see it. It's done well for him tonight so far, as he does pass for 2nd place on Dylan Bose. You can see Dylan's got a little bit of damage on that number 19 car. And now there is about a 7-second difference between 1st and 2nd. We'll see how long it takes to close if Jeff does not pit. We do know that Christopher will be faster. However, with as much laps that Christopher has on his tires, Jeff will be the fastest once he pits, but I think it'll be a little bit too late, possibly. Actually, the gap really hasn't closed as much as what I thought. That time by, it was only 7.3 seconds back. Last time it was actually 7.5, so the gap's not closing as fast as what I thought. Last time by, Jeff Wepker was only 6 tenths slower than Christopher Fowler, so not bad at all for Jeff. So we'll continue watching this. Could be a big factor. It looked like Brandon Puffenbarger did disconnect, so that's going to allow Jeff Smith to actually move up and take a spot away up to 9th, and possibly Cody Blackmore, who is on pit road still, so he may not be able to, but we'll be watching that and see if Jeff can actually jump up and take away and get into the 9th place. Yeah, so it's about 6 tenths faster every lap now for Christopher Fowler to Jeff's lap. Jeff right now has been out. Mark, you're the one getting punched. You probably realize that. That's the difference, though. She's probably not far from you. She can just go over and punch you if she needs to. Jeff right now has 57 laps on his set of tires. The only person close to him, Jeff Smith, currently has 56 on his, and Dylan Bowe's 55. Hey, I got a question. When everybody, what race was that on today? I'm trying to think if it was on that race I watched today or was it a different race. It may have been IndyCar. There was a race that I watched today and the safety worker got out. You couldn't really see the camera, but the safety worker fell when trying to run up to the car. And it was one of the funniest things I've seen in all year of racing. Oh, it was great. I forgot, I can't remember if it was the Xfinity race today or what it was on, but it may have been the IndyCar qualifying. So Wupker's still standing out on track. The gap has closed about 5.5 seconds. I'm just very surprised to see Joshua Banks that slow off Christopher. I'm wondering if he could be saving a little bit here to try to save them tires and hopefully get a good run here towards the end. Oh, when he fell at Charlotte, that was hilarious. They need a picture, or they need like the little, I forgot what it is, but they need like that video where Chuck Norris shoots people or something like that, and Kyle Busch fall right after him. That would be hilarious. I like how the fans just look behind him like, oh, Kyle just fell. So Joshua Banks is slowly starting to reel back in Christopher Fowler. Last time by, Joshua Banks was about a tenth faster than Fowler. I ain't going to lie, though. If that was Chase Elliott that fell, I would have pointed out and just laughed at him. I don't care who it is. I would laugh. Jeff Wupker, 61 laps so far. Actually gets really wide in that turn as he exits turn number 4. Did y'all ever see the one where the guy tries to drop kick somebody's super late model? That was funny. I don't know exactly what his plan was. Last time by, it was Christopher Fowler, the fastest out on track. I watched that, by the way. That video of Skylar tapping out. That was something special. What was it Floyd Mayweather called McGregor when he tapped out? I heard it during the press conference. That was pretty funny. So pretty much it all is single file right now. Not really a whole lot to talk about. The most impressive thing is how long Jeff's staying out there for. Joshua Banks is slowly starting to work up and slowly starting to catch Joshua, or Christopher, I mean. You need a laugh alert. Oh gosh. So it has taken 21 laps for Christopher Fowler to actually catch up to Jeff Wupker right now. He's about a second behind Jeff, and that's pretty impressive though. Jeff actually really surprised me that he was able to stay out there and actually hold that big of a lead for that long. 28 laps to go once we hit the line. Once again, we will interview our top 3. And don't forget that next Thursday we will be live at Eldora for the Go Fast Racing League Dirt Race. That's going to be fun, presented by Disabled Military Veterans. But we also got broadcast Monday and Tuesday. For the lead, Christopher Fowler looks to the inside and will take that spot. Jeff Walker goes high and just gives it up to him. Now Joshua Banks has to try to do the same. Makes your legs wobbly. To the inside, Joshua Banks is going to take over second. So now the battle is going to be once again for the top spot with Christopher Fowler and Joshua Banks. Oh, they're hilarious. And I'm not going to lie about that commercial. That one woman, I don't know, she's an older woman, but she talks about when nobody was there to help her, like when I was alone or something. She looks mean. I'm just pointing that out. Dylan Bowe's on pit road. Jeff Walker still has not pitted. He was coming to 69 laps on that set of tires. That's pretty impressive. Joshua Banks not quite as fast right now as Christopher Fowler. Christopher Fowler slowly starting to pull the advantage now. About 9/10 the difference. So not quite a second, but that's slowly getting there. Christopher just really makes it work through the center of turns, and turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I shouldn't even laugh about that, but that was funny. That's what I would do if I got bored too. I'd push it just to talk to people. Once again, we are broadcasting on Twitch and YouTube. Just want to make sure people notice I'm not talking to myself. So I'm answering questions and talking to people on YouTube as well from the race. The lap car is going to pull in behind the 2 car of Joshua Banks. Now, we'll see how this plays out. As a 61 of Jeff Schmidt that pulled out. Jeff actually did move up to the 9th spot after Brandon Puffenbarger disconnected or might have had his X limit reached. Cody Blackmore is also out of the race. There still is a chance, I think, for Eric Mish to jump up to 11th. I don't know. That's pretty close to say. Oh my. Eric Mish to the bottom side. He's going to let the leaders go. Really looking now, I think this could be Christopher Fowler's race to lose with such a big lead and the laps really ticking down. We got 20 laps to go. It's 1.3 seconds to gap. And it's going to be tough to make up that much time. And looking at the lap times, Christopher Fowler's lap times have been really faster than everybody's on the track. Last time by Joshua Banks was actually 2/10 faster, but we'll see if that continues and make this a race. Not a lot of racing really going on right now. This is actually your closest race with the exception of the 65 trying to run down the 29 of Lee Granty. Austin right now on 37 lap tires, so we'll see if he's got enough. He should have enough to make it to the end. I'm sure he will. I do want to mention that Jeff Walker did pit, and he is now back out on track, but unfortunately for him, he is back to the 7th position. Once again, Joshua Banks a little bit faster that time. I just don't know if he's going to have enough time to really close up. The gaps is not very much. At the line, Christopher Fowler lap. That time was a 31.202. This time, however, Joshua Banks a little bit slower with a 31.219. And he was the fastest lap of Fowler anyway. Christopher actually has led quite a few laps. 40 laps led for him, 45 laps for Joshua Banks. So that means that it is still possible for Christopher Fowler to get that. I believe it's an extra bonus point if you lead the most laps in a race, and it looks like he should have a chance of doing that. However, he does get loose coming off turn 2. We'll see if that allows the 9 to gain a little bit here on him. He actually did close it up to 7/10, so the gap is slowly closing now. And that actually could be huge if Josh was able to keep running on fast laps. This time by, after Christopher gets loose, a lap of a 31.79 to a 31.267. So we'll continue watching the 2 car here as Joshua's trying to slowly work in on him. Now 6/10 and closing. We may actually have a race after all. Joshua trying to do everything he can to put the pressure on the 9 car, just not quite there where he needs to be yet. Once again, at the line, I believe it is Joshua Banks a little bit faster. Once again, a 10th faster that time by once again. So if this pace keeps up, he should have enough to catch him before the end of this race. Now the question is, can he pass him? As we know, the tires make it very tough to pass on the low side. I think you would have to possibly put the bumper to him. The 65 could be an issue of Austin Marion. Right there, another gap closed up, another 10th closed up right there just in that turn. So we could be seeing Christopher possibly be watching or looking at that relative, realizing how close Joshua is getting to that back bumper of his. Joshua really pushing it hard right now. None of these guys have a win on the season yet. You see Austin Marion going to the high side. See, this right here actually could cause an effect a little bit here. Both of these guys are teammates, so I would expect, that they are possibly, he's just going to go to the high side for both of them. Gap once again closed at the exit of turn 2. Now we got 3/10 difference between first and second. He's going to be tough to pass. I'm going to be honest. I think if Joshua gets to him, the only way you're going to actually pass him is by bumping him out of the way. It's going to be tough to pass on that low side. Unless you can somehow get a run on the high side, you're only going to have possibly one chance to really get to him anyway, maybe. And that's still a stretch. I mean, last time by, Joshua was faster once again, but it's going to be so tough to try to pass him here, especially with 39 and 43 lap tires. Coming off turn 2 this time by, the gap stays about the same. Last time by, it was Joshua just a little bit faster, not enough. Don't know if that would be quite enough to get up there and run for the lead. This could come down to the wire though. Christopher with a great exit that time off turn number 4. Was a little bit, no, I thought he was going to be a little bit faster, but Josh was just slightly a little bit faster that time by. All it takes is one guy to mess up. One of these guys slip up like what we seen earlier, the race will be over for whoever. If the 9 to get underneath the 2, if the 2 slips up, and then the race will be over. If the 9 slips up, the 2 is just going to drive away with it. Coming off turn 4. The 29 could be an issue. I don't think he's going to be, but it could be. Going down into turn 1, that's going to allow the 2 to have to take a little bit lower entry than what he normally does. This could allow the 9 to get a run out. We'll see. He does close the gap in going into the corner. Now he's going to be tucked up to his bumper. Now 2/10 is the distance between Joshua Banks and Christopher Fowler. Look for a bump and run. Could be coming from the 9 on the 2. Oh, the 9 gets loose. That may be all the 2 needs. Five tenths now the difference. The 9 got just a little bit loose. Can Joshua Banks close back up the distance? Y'all can have mine. I'm playing, by the way. Joshua Banks closes the gap in once again, coming off turn number 4. He's really pushing everything he can. He should be faster this time by, and he will be faster, almost a tenth faster that time by. Joshua Banks really trying to run down this 2 of Christopher Fowler. Off turn number 4. He don't seem like he's that bad of a kid. I would take him. We're trading kids on the internet. That's got to be great for everything. Once again, Christopher Fowler extends the lead by about half a tenth at the exit of turn 2. Will Joshua close it back up at the exit of turn 4? Not this time. 3 laps to go for Christopher Fowler. Good thing some stranger from the government ain't listening to us talk about that. That'd be interesting, huh? Christopher Fowler last time a little bit slower once again, but it seems like Joshua Banks having trouble. Every time he gets up close, he gets a little loose at the exits. White flag this time. Joshua Banks trying to do everything he can to get to Christopher Fowler. Fowler's only going to have 2 more turns on the backstretch. He's got about a mile or half a mile left. The gap did see a big difference there. Now 1 second back through turns 3 and 4. Checker flag will be in the air. Christopher Fowler will come home and win at New Hampshire Motor Speedway here for the Go Fast Racing League Lazy Days Xfinity Series. Joshua Banks finishes second. Aaron Fowler will finish in third as he comes across the start-finish line. Right behind them, Sean Lejeune trying to catch up and finish in the top 4, and Lee Gander will finish in 5th. Big win for this number 2 car. Got a little bit of damage, but hey, nothing wrong with that. Now you can tell he's been racing. We will get an interview with Christopher Fowler. as he is going to do a backward celebration, I think. Up there he goes. Burning it out. Once again, we will interview our top three. We'll go ahead and get ready to bring in Christopher, who picks up his first win of the season. Hey, Christopher, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, you pick up your first win of the season. You had a hard-fought battle, though. You got a little bit of contact early in the race, but led 58 laps. Talk us through your night.
Oh man, that last run, I'm literally drenched in sweat right now. Like drenched.
We noticed that the tire wear was not as bad as what I was thinking. I figured Joshua would be able to get out quiet, and it was such a hard pass the first time you got around him before he came to pit road. I thought the second time you got around him would make it a lot difficult with fresh tires, but tires really didn't fall off as much as what I thought. But I say you was probably feeling it in the car, wasn't you?
Like the track went through like a weird, like where in the middle of the run or the middle of the race I wasn't as good as I should have been, because it was just, the track got tight. It got really tight for me. I don't know if it was just anybody else, but it got tight for me.
Yeah, we've seen that you actually started in first. Of course, you finished first as well. Man, this is your first win of the season, which is a big win, by the way, because this is a tough place to try to get used to. But yeah, you bring it home first there. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
You guys for the broadcast, Adam. I like you guys. The team, Eric, my team owner, and then Skyler for them. They hosted this.
For sure,
and
man.
Spence for the paint. Eric Spencer, he did this paint.
By the way, I love that paint scheme. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. I would recommend you go to Eric. Eric's a good painter, man.
Yeah, he just got done painting me one, actually.
Yeah. He just sent me the screenshot today.
Yeah,
actually.
it looked really good. Yeah, he did a great job on it, man. Congratulations. Big win for you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy. Next up, we'll bring in our second place finisher, Joshua Banks, who finishes in second. If he's in here, he is. There he is. Hey, Joshua, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, you had one of them weird transitions as too. I was just talking to the 2 car, and we thought, you was one of the fastest cars in here. You led 45 laps tonight, and it seemed like something happened there after your second pit stop. You didn't have the same speed as what you did after the first long green flag run we had.
Yeah, it was weird. I don't know. I mean, I guess in that longer run, the 2 had better tires than I did in that longer run. That's what allowed him to gain the spot from me. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, it's weird how that all turned out.
Yeah, he said the track was really tightening up for him. Was you feeling that, or was it just he said he don't know if it was anybody else, but he said the track really felt like it was really tightening up.
It was tight, but it's also, for me, from my driving style, it was real loose coming off the corner. I don't know if you saw that a lot, but yeah. I was fighting that thing a lot. Yeah,
we actually seen that you got, one of your biggest runs, I think, was about with 8 to go or something, coming off turn 4, and you lost the momentum because of, getting loose coming off turn 4. But you got to be happy. I mean, you started 6th place. You finished 2nd. I know you was looking for the win, but not a bad finish at all for you in here especially. Yeah, man, great run. Is there anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
If anybody's watching this, just check out my YouTube channel, Dusty Vengeance. It'd be great if y'all check us out, leave support on there. So shout out to you, Adam, for doing a great broadcast here tonight, and looking forward to next week.
That's Dusty Vengeance, right?
Yes, sir. That'd be it.
All right, we'll definitely check it out, man. Congratulations, and good second place runner-up.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, buddy. Next up, we got Aaron Fowler, who somehow battles back and finishes in 3rd place. Aaron, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Man, you was fast. You got some damage on your car. You fell back, and I'll be honest, I thought you was done, but you battled back and finished in the top 3. Talk us through your night.
Well, it was hectic. I mean, New Hampshire's not my best track. I got the lead there for a little bit, and then I was kind of falling off a little bit, so I was like, got up to the side, and I guess me and Chris must have misunderstood each other, so that's where that wreck came from. But I mean, for the most part, it was a crazy night.
Yeah, I bet the race chatter, but in y'all's team speak was a little interesting when that happened, to say the least. We was
Oh
talking.
man.
We was talking to Christopher, and we also asked Joshua the same thing. The track for Joshua, he said it seemed like he was getting loose coming off turn 4, especially during the long run. Christopher said that it was taut for him almost all the way through the long run. What was you feeling in your car?
Oh, it was loose. You got into a long run. It was very loose, especially off 2. It just wanted to shoot around on you, so you had to throttle play with it. And I mean, for the most part, we held it together. But there was a couple of times where I got a little squirrely. But I mean, other than that, we came out all right.
There was a lot of fast guys in here tonight. Are you satisfied with finishing third? Do you think you could have had something for second if things would have been a little bit different?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
even first?
for sure. No, I'm satisfied with third because New Hampshire ain't one of my best tracks. So
Right.
I'm looking forward to next week. And,
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think we're at Indy next week.
We go to Eldora on Thursday, then Indy on Friday and Saturday.
Oh yeah, I'm looking to
Yeah, it's going to be a
all
fun
3
race.
days.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun race. I'm looking forward to that, man. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, my brother. Great win tonight. Lazy Days. Skylar and Nate for putting on Go Fast as always. I know they do a lot of hard work, and I know Skylar busted his butt.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole week to put it all together. And my girlfriend, because she allows me to get on here and race and doesn't really complain about it. So, but no, for the most part, that's it.
Hey,
And,
man.
Center Force. Sorry, left you guys out. Center Force is putting on a great broadcast as always.
Hey, man, I appreciate that a lot. It was cool to see, 2 Fowlers up in the top 3. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I'll see you next week.
Thank you a lot, buddy. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us here tonight. We'll take a look real fast at your race results. I want to thank everybody for watching while we look at the results, and make sure everybody tunes in. We do broadcast Monday and Tuesday. Monday, we got the Red Light Racing Series. Tuesday, we go to Dynasty Racing Series. And then back here on Thursday for the dirt race. Going to be a blast for the Go Fast Racing guys at Eldora. You don't want to miss that. Trust me, it's going to be fun. So here's the results. Christopher Fowler, Joshua Banks, Aaron Fowler, Sean Lejeune, and Lee Grandy, your top 5 as you take a look at the rest of the results. Eric Minch, Cody Blackmore, John Morris, James Finn, Skylar Allen, and Thomas Jowers all within the top 16. And that's going to do it for us here tonight, guys. I thought the race was fantastic, honestly. I know we had a couple wrecks there to start that made a lot of people upset, and I don't blame them at all. A lot of cars just get collected, especially on a narrow track like this. But the races should be great next week when we head to Indianapolis for the Xfinity Series. If you haven't watched the Indianapolis race, it's fun. It makes some good broadcasting as well. So we'll be seeing who's going to be kissing the bricks next week. Don't forget the dirt series, like I said, or the dirt race next Thursday for the Down to Mike's Truck Series. Thanks, everybody, for watching. That's going to do it for us tonight. I'm your host, Adam Chapman. I will see you all Monday or Tuesday or Thursday. We'll talk to y'all here soon. Have a great night, and God bless. Flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. New Hampshire, when this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day